Hey there, guys. Welcome on the spot. Today I have with me a guest we met on Clubhouse about 5 years ago. Named Javier Nichols, and he's a changing agents in real estate and stuff. The floor is yours, Javier. Go and introduce yourself, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, man. Steve, thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to come to this podcast. Yes, I am Javier Nichols. I am a realtor. I'm an advocate. I'm a trainer, motivator. We do a lot of action here in the real estate realm. But one of the most important things that we do is we help motivate those newer agents to really get them off of the field, get them onto the field rather, and into the game. Right. I know, Steve, you're a big sports guy. I'm not a big sports guy, but we do relate what we do here in that realm of sports because in our industry, a lot of folks are on the sideline, right? Even though they deserve and need to be in the game, they're on the sideline and we get caught up on that, which is how we get that imposter syndrome. So that's what we primarily focus on is making sure that our realtor members across the state, across the country are very educated and motivated to get out into the field and make it happen.
Great points you make there. Should we wait for on the spot? You want to get these questions going?
Yeah, man. I just I'm down with it. Let's get it in on the spot. Let's do it, man.
All right. What are your thoughts on the real estate market? I know in the Philadelphia area, out of the East Coast. What are your thoughts on that and future, present? What's going to happen? You think going forward?
Yeah, great question, man. Great question. I get this asked a lot, and I tell people that the real estate is micro, right? It's very, very hyper local. So from a hyper local standpoint, we're in great shape. We're seeing a lot more buyer activity, especially now that they have overcome that little hurdle off of our big settlement back in August last year. And the commission is now being, extremely transparent on both sides. So we're finding out that buyers are overcoming that pretty quickly, and sellers, they're still able to take full advantage of those higher price points. Not in every market, but in majority of the markets that we track, we're finding out that sellers are still coming out where they need to be before any price reduction. So overall, health of the market is good. We can do way better. We need more obtainable houses, to be built across the country. Here in Philadelphia, our mayor is seeking actively right now an affordable housing push where they're going to be unlocking, and you may see this soon as well, Steve. They are unlocking some of the homes that are within their tax bank. Every municipality, every city have properties that just don't have their taxes caught up. So they get pretty much taken by the city or by the state, depending on the setup. But for our city of Philadelphia, they're looking to unleash those properties, which I feel is going to really help encourage builders and investors to make affordable housing more accessible. It's always ups and downs, but the best part about it is we're moving forward and we're educated.
Great positive thinking and thoughts right there to share with our listeners.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah. What's your struggle you want to share with us, like growing up or whatever life or real estate you want to share with us?
Well, a struggle. I say a struggle, Steve. It's kind of difficult to ask, right? Because right, I find every struggle a learning lesson. So I don't want to say I go out and seek struggle, but when struggle does pop its head up, we're learning from it, right? We're learning on the job of how to do it. So I would say a recent struggle that we had was with a client that was selling a property, and they basically had a squatter living in the house and having to negotiate and having to make sure the buyer was still interested in buying the property and my seller was still able to make out on some kind of money was the toughest part about that. However, after about a year, because it took that long of going back and forth and really into the court, out of the court, we've learned that it's not so much about what you're offering, is the process, right? You must make sure that you're going through the legalities of that process for whatever municipality you're in. Philadelphia, I'm going right back to Philly. I don't personally live in Philly. I live in Bucks County, but I work in the city a lot.
Yeah.
And basically what it comes down to is the city has a different process that they deal with when it comes to squatting. I'm not sure. I'm sure where your area, we know where you live. How do you guys deal with that when you see?
Well, they do have you get them out. You have a certain amount of days. If they don't, you can call the police. The tenant, the restrictions here would favor the tenants more than the landlords. I mean, there's times where if you want a tenant to leave, you got to pay them X amount of money so they can get out, and then they have a certain amount of days to find a property. So it's then the seller or the owner's out money, to get them out. So definitely restrictions here favor the tenants, so it's kind of bad. But yeah.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's extremely difficult. But we're seeing legislation come through that is hopefully going to change things, I believe. In Philadelphia, we're doing some changes. In other states, there are changes happening. But having that knowledge of those aspects of what we do in real estate really help us stand out from the rest. Sound like your phone is going off. You might want to put that thing on silent.
No, I get a text from my iMac.
Nice.
I don't know how to turn that one off though. Make it silent.
It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry. That's the time for us to go to the next question. So bottom line, Stephen, the whole purpose of why we do what we do is because we want to educate.
Yeah.
We want to help our homeowners and our buyers understand precisely what it takes to go through the process. And we're able to do that with precision. Great question.
Okay. What's the quote that you want to share with us, our listeners? You got out there. I know you probably got a bunch.
This is a good one. So hey, for all those listeners out there that's checking this on the spot, okay. And I hope this chime happens exactly when I hit the saying here. But the saying goes: assume nothing, verify everything.
Okay. Good one.
Assume nothing, verify everything. Okay, that's the quote. And understanding that will get you through everything in life, because we live in a time where there's a lot of information. Most of us live in a silo. We believe what we're seeing is the world, but we're only seeing what we're putting out, right? You're only seeing what you're putting out. So you may go on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. What your feed is showing you is what you believe is the world, life, the internet. It's only being shown to you because of your past clicks and views. So what you're seeing is exactly what you need to see to be addicted, to want to see more. However, that's not life. That's not the entirety of the internet. That's one small channel, perfect timing, right? That's one small channel of what you're seeing. So assume nothing, verify everything allows for you to take that in, do not believe it. You want to go and verify it. So if you've seen a story right now, Stephen, that name your favorite baseball player. Who's your favorite baseball player, Stephen?
All time, probably Barry Bonds.
Okay, Barry Bonds. If you've seen a story that said Barry Bonds opens a nonprofit school that's going to teach kids how to knock it out of the park, right? That's a good news story, right? That's pretty cool. No big deal, right? Yeah. But think about that if you saw that, what's your immediate thing to do? If you saw that in your story, you saw that as a title, an account that's been verified, pops that up in their Instagram post, what's the first thing you're going to do?
You're going to follow them, you're going to reach out.
Well, you're going to share it, right? You're going to share that article. You're going to hit that button and put it in your story. You do a lot of sharing stories. I love that, by the way, which is how I keep up with a lot of stuff baseball related, okay? You post a lot of stuff in your story. You're going to share that story. Okay? And then somebody's going to see you share that story. And then they're going to click it and they're going to share it and they're going to start talking about it. Yeah. But at no point in time did anybody go and verify if that's a real story. You see where I'm going with this? Yeah. So that saying, assume nothing, verify everything, allows you to kind of be your own safety net of information, because we love to be the first to spread some newfound information, because we want people to know, like, we're valuable. You can count on me. I can count on you, Steve. If I go to your post, go to your story, I know I'm going to see some cool stuff in there about baseball, about your coaching, about your dad. You know, those things are amazing because I know I can count on you. You're going to go and talk about something that's really heartfelt to you and your world. And I can look at that and I can get a little bit of piece of your world, even though we live on two opposite coasts of America, right? So that's what I'm saying about assume nothing, verify everything, is because it's going to help you get more accurate on what your storytelling is. And it's going to help the people see your value, because I don't want people to believe what I'm telling you. I don't want you to ever believe what I'm telling you. We spend an hour a day practicing how to speak. 1 hour every morning from 8:30 to 9:30. My team and I get together and we practice how to have a conversation. We practice how to overcome objections. We practice how to keep people engaged. And even though we're here, me and you, from the beginning of me talking about assume nothing, verify everything, to at this very moment, we have been thinking about other things in that same moment. So keeping attention is very important, but also verifying the information that you have is equally important. So I'm glad you asked, and that's why we do it. Assume nothing, verify everything, my friend.
Yeah, great quote. Let me ask you this for our listeners out there: what TV show you watch nowadays?
Oh, wow, that's a great question. So, wow, that's a really so a TV show that I'm watching right now is actually I'm rewatching it, and it's The House of Cards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, House of Cards. Have you ever seen it?
I've seen some of them. Yeah, a little bit. Not all of them, but I've seen it.
Yeah, House of Cards. It's a great TV show, and I'm also watching Dragon Ball Z Super with my 7-year-old. He's into Dragon Ball Z, so we're rewatching that. But I'm rewatching The House of Cards separately. I like to watch that while I'm working.
I remember Dragon Ball Z as a kid too. We had that too growing up.
Yeah, man. Goku and Trunks. Man, listen, man. Dragon Balls, and that's why I love it, because I have young kids now, and they're interested in the same things I was interested in. So it's kind of cool to, to explain backstories and stuff, and they're interested in it.
Are they in Pokemon too? Are they in the Pokemon?
Well, really? Pokemon, I'm not. They're into it, but not like we were. When I was a kid, I used to Pokemon battle all the time. Literally, I used to have a big giant like trapper keeper with all my Pokemon cards. And it's funny, a funny story on this. This was like maybe 10 years ago when Pokemon really started picking up in valuation. And I remember, this was probably longer than 10 years ago, probably 10 years ago. But anyway, I remember that my wife and we were living, I forget where we were living. Could have been in an apartment or could have been in our first house. But I was like, yo, the Charizard card was going for $1 million. And I'm like, what? Like I had like 3 of those, and I gave my
$64 when it first came out. I worked at a card store, and the hologram one was $64.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Right? So
what's it now? $1 million?
Man, they're probably like $200, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't even buy them anymore at a high level. We're just, we pick them up for the kids at the store at the checkout. We don't even think about it. But we're definitely not, going out and trying to buy expensive ones or do anything serious with them. But, the long, short time of that story was basically my cousin, who I gave my box to of Pokemon cards were, years ago. I called them up. So you still have it? Like, I might. I'm like, what? Yeah. So for like 3 days, we thought we were going to be millionaires until we found out that he threw them out. So it was devastating. But it's just funny because you can see stuff coming back. Do you remember Pogs? Remember that game, Pog?
Always remember. Okay. Yeah, Pog was in. Yeah, the shredder ones, the jagged edges. And
yes. Yeah, man. Yes, Pogs were the jam, bro. The slammers. You gotta have the slammers.
I remember someone the poisons you had. I remember someone would have someone's dad was into that copper or that and he cut him so he had his own slammers. But that was
man. So that's it.
Wow,
old school
history there.
Yeah, man. That's the beauty of life, man. We when you're young, the world is yours. You got time, and then when you get older, I'm 36, so. Looking back, it's like, wow, man, this is time flies, man. The days are long, but the years are short.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Let me ask you this. I know you're a big Eagles fan. Who's on your Mount Rushmore Eagle players for football?
Oh, man. My Mount Rushmore of Eagles players. We got to have Donovan. We got to have the Donovan McNabb, right? We got to put Donovan McNabb on there. And that's only happening because of the impact he made while he was on the Eagles, and he got us to the Super Bowl against the Patriots way back in the day. We didn't win, of course, but I remember that. And I would have to put Brian Dawkins on there. Brian Dawkins, I believe. If I gotta go, I mean, you got to put Trotter on there. I think it's Jeremiah Trotter. I believe his first name. Yeah, Trotter is gonna go on there. I think Mount Rushmore is only 4 presidents? 5? It's 5, right?
Yeah.
It's 5. All right, so we got Dominic McNabb, we got Trotter, we got Dawkins. We gotta put Saquon on there because Saquon, I feel like
him. Yeah, he's been doing good. He's on the Madden cover.
Yeah, man.
So
he's gonna do awesome this year. He's one of those guys that's like really into his game and improving and not really getting caught up with the noise. And my last but not least, it's a toss up between Kelsey and our quarterback now, man. I gotta go with Hurts. Man. Jalen Hurts. Kelsey definitely brought the city together especially after his amazing speech during our first Super Bowl. Once we won the Super Bowl, it was epic, but then his speech was just legendary. But Jalen Hurts, it's another one where it's difficult. So I guess I got 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that's my Mount Rushmore, man. Damn, I've never even literally is my first time saying this. So y'all people getting it first, man. Y'all getting it first. That's it. I follow sports, but I only follow sports socially, so I can have something to talk about. Okay. But I don't follow it because for me, I like to really focus on my own stats and really kind of, as a coach myself, I motivate and I really keep my focus on my industry. But I like watching and I definitely love praising the team when they're doing well and also picking us up when we're doing bad.
Let me ask you this question now. So what's your walk-up theme song? Intro, what you come out to?
Yeah, my walk-up theme song, I sent that to you for my people, man. Joey Badass. Yeah. Phenomenal song. Yeah. And that's not even the best song on the album. That's just a song that just really exemplifies why we do what we do.
Yeah.
When I first got into real estate, I didn't know. I was a sales guy. I'm coming in right out of car sales. I did car sales for 7 years before selling houses. And before
what kind of car did you sell? What kind of car?
I sold Hyundais, man.
Oh, wow.
Hyundais. Yeah. Hyundai like Sunday. That was my jam. Yeah, I sold Hyundais for 7 years, man. Oh. Number 1 every year. It's a great opportunity. Great way to cut your teeth on sales. Before I sold those, I sold kitchen cabinets. I was a kitchen cabinet salesman with Home Depot.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I've been in sales. And then even before that, I used to sell paper with WB Mason.
Is that hard to sell paper?
No, it wasn't hard at all. You would think it would be, but it wasn't hard at all because it's my whole career of sales has been selling stuff that people can't live without. Right? You can't live without paper. You can't live without cars. You can, but it's very difficult. But even if you don't have a car, you still use an automobile to get from place to place. If it's a bus, if it's a car, if it's a truck, you still use an automobile. And you can't live without real estate. You die in real estate. You're born in real estate. You live, you work in real estate. Real estate is everywhere. So I didn't know this as I was progressing through my journey. But yeah, man. Definitely love it. So For My People is a great song because it really exemplifies why I do what I do. There have been a lot. I'm not sure if California ever had this problem. But here in Pennsylvania, when a lot of the new builds were going on back in the 50s, there were a lot of deed covenants. Are you familiar with that?
No.
So deed covenants are something that if I make a new development, I can put something on the deeds that restricts things that happen. So for an example, if I build a new development and I don't want any of my properties to be rent out to a short-term rental, that can be put into the deed covenant.
Or Section 8 or something, or low-income housing, right?
Correct. So those are certain things you can do. Now, back in the feast, it was easier than now because now you really can't do so many covenants. They have to be legal and they have to be fair.
Yeah.
Right? But one of the deed covenants in our area of Levittown had written on there that you cannot resell to people of color. Okay. So that was a deed covenant. And it was a deed covenant that was presented by the government who gave Mr. Levitt the loan to build Levittown. So that's a cool little history right there, man. That if you look at the color of law. So for those of y'all listening to this, if you're still listening and still watching on this, I want you to look up the book called The Color of Law, and it will show you where a lot of the discrepancies were when Black and brown folks wanted to buy real estate. They were in part redlined, told that you can't live over here, you got to live here. So once I got into real estate, I started to understand this and realize these things were or had occurred. They're not that way now, right? You can't restrict me from buying a house now, but back then you could. So really understanding the laws and understanding the challenges and understanding the education aspect got me locked in, which is why I serve on the board of directors for our state and local association of realtors.
Good stuff right there. Let me ask you this.
Yeah, man. We like to have fun.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Let me ask you this. What's something you did in the pandemic that you do today that you didn't do before?
What did I do in the teach? I trained before, but I wrote a book during the pandemic, the New Agent Handbook. My wife and I, we wrote this book called The New Agent Handbook, and that book helped us launch the brand, The New Agent Handbook, the company, and that helped me reach the success that I am living in today. With that successful book and that successful training program, we were able to help hundreds of real estate agents through the pandemic. But even after the pandemic, I have a team of 22 people. And that's only possible because I was able to hone in my skills on leadership, communication, training, you name it, you had to learn it. And I've always had those qualities, but really walking into it and saying, hey, I'm going to be a trainer took a lot.
Is the book on like Amazon or any of those?
Yeah, you can go to Amazon and find the New Agent Handbook, but I do recommend you go on to the newagenthandbook.com and purchase a copy. For those of you who are listening, you can use the acronym Assume Nothing, Verify Everything and get 100% discount. So if you're looking or listening to this, go and get the book, use that acronym Assume Nothing, Verify Everything, only the first letter of each word, and you will get 100% off. Check it out.
Let me ask you this, Javier. What's your dream car?
Ooh, my dream car, it's got to be a 6 Series BMW. It's my dream car. It's a Land Shark. That's what I call it.
Land Shark?
Looks great. Yeah, it's a Land Shark. It looks great.
Are you driving right now or no?
I would be. I will be. I'm not driving it today. I'm driving a Honda CR-V 2024 or 2023 with the new body style, which I love. Very, very humble. But my lease is almost up. And since I was in the car business, one of my strengths is whenever I have, which I never buy a car, I will only lease. Yeah. But since I'm getting a new car soon, me and my wife have been talking about what kind of car I'm going to get. So I'm not sure. She wants me to get a convertible, but I'm not sure.
So, yes, so lease over own, what are the points of a lease over own? Why I say lease over own?
Oh, man. I tell people all the time, lease, never own. Because even if you own, what do you own, right? You're going to buy a car, hold it for 6 years, and once you own it, after those 6 years, what do you own? Well, I'm going to tell you, you own a vehicle that if anything goes wrong, you have to pay for it. You own a vehicle that's 6 years old with technology, right? Let's be honest. Technology is the only way that you're going to really save yourself in a fatal car accident, right? Think about it. There's a lot of people out here that are driving around in vehicles that don't have lane change alert systems, blind spot monitor systems, advanced braking, advanced cruise control, right? These things are crucial. So if you want to make sure, just like your cell phone, think about it. If I said to you right now, Steven, that this is the last cell phone you're going to get for the next decade, would you feel comfortable with making that bet? No. You don't gain anything. You just gain your phone. Yeah. Like all you gain is your phone right now. You press pause on technology. Nothing else. No upgrades. No nothing. You would be lost because 6 years from now, your phone is going to be looking different, having different commands, having different value, different power. So why not do the same thing with your car, which is, again, your only defense when you're out here driving against people who don't know how to drive. So the safety aspect of it to me is value enough because that 3-year lease, covers my technology, covers my powertrain, covers the whole line, but every 3 years I get the latest in technology. So I feel safer and I get to change up my car because my lifestyle may change. 3 years ago, I needed a truck. Now I have a truck now. But 3 years from now, I don't need a truck anymore. I can use a sedan now. So I think that a lease is better because it gives you more flexibility and it also keeps you safe, which is the ultimate because you only get one life.
So let me ask you this. What's your experience with the EV car? What do you think about those that are out now?
Oh, man, the EVs, I love them. I just wish that we found a better way to make them, I think the global economy in general is going to be struggling, especially places that really have an electrical grid that's not so strong because it takes a lot of power to make those.
They charge them too, I noticed.
Well, the charge ups, I feel like we've seen places where some of those charging stations have been totally destroyed for the copper because people can take the copper and get the money out of it. But I love EV because of what it does. I mean, as far as no gas, you don't have any fossil fuels to worry about. Yeah, But if I had to choose an EV car, it'd probably be it'll be a Rivian. I like those body styles. They just look cool. I mean, I know really nothing. When I sold cars, we had hybrids, which were half gas, half battery, and they always look a little funky. Now they're getting to be cool looking. So, how about you, man? Who's your EV car?
Well, I tried a Hummer, EV Hummer. That was kind of cool.
An EV Hummer. Wow, I saw one of those, man. Like, I love it. You badass and kicking, saving the planet. I love that.
Yeah. So it was, the thing is the stations we got to find though. I mean, I think road nice. I mean, you didn't hear it when you're going down the street, but just we're gonna find those stations. You're pretty much gonna buy one and put in your house. So you got, could you scram around? Where's the gap? And I ended up waiting a good hour or more just to charge because you had to wait behind everybody. And this was a slower one too. So me not knowing the whole thing, you're stuck there waiting.
So you have an EV Hummer right now?
I don't have one. No, but I was able to loan one for a day.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that sucked. Your waiting period.
Yeah. Because you're there. They have the double ones. I have the Tesla ones. Those are faster. Those take about 20 minutes. But the other ones take 45 an hour to get. So
that's insane.
And you got to charge your car.
How do you feel about sitting there, just in your car?
Well, the thing waiting for calls. You're just BSing with people.
What about the safety aspects? You're sitting there in your car, okay, and you're like a sitting duck. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, totally.
If somebody wanted to come up and bust your window out and cause some problems, they could because they see you sitting there.
Yeah. And you're waiting for
in my mind, I'm thinking about the safety aspects. Hey, listen, you're a high value person. You're sitting at an EV station for an hour or half an hour or 20 minutes, or maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes max. But like an hour, my security brain is like, I don't want to sit like a duck for some Joe Schmo to come because he doesn't like the owner of my EV and he wants to do something to me. You know what I mean? And that's something that I have to deal with just anyway, just being a black man in America. These things you have to keep in mind. Somebody may want to harm me just because of who I am, right? So obviously I'm not thinking that way all the time. I mean, I think about it in the back of my mind. I have to be aware, but I'm not being, scared to go anywhere because of it. But if I'm sitting in an EV, whereas though the president or owner or even the founder of the company is being, sought after in a negative way on the real world basis, I can be a collateral damage because of that. So in my mind, I just don't like the whole aspect of sitting there waiting for that long. But obviously, there's not too many instances where that occurs. So that's an afterthought. But yeah, EVs are good. I just hate the waiting.
Now I just tell people, like, be on your vigilante mode at times. You can't just be sitting in your phone. You're surrounded. So I just people just be.
Yeah. Keep your head on a swivel while you're getting that energy pumped into your battery.
Let me ask you this.
Like it, man.
What age would you go back in time to if you could live at? What age would you pick?
Oh, man, the age. Do I get to take all my knowledge with me, or I just pop back up at that age and start living again?
You can take it with you if you want.
But I love it. You're so gracious. You can take it with you if you want. Man. So if I had to go back to an age, man, it probably would be maybe 17, 18 in that range.
So sophomore year of high school or junior year?
No, I was a senior, man. I graduated at 17, man. My birthday's in November, so I started school early and got out early, so that's just how it worked. So 17, senior in high school.
Yeah.
Really at that pinnacle moment, and with my knowledge, I would start in real estate early. That would probably be where I would start and start to use that knowledge earlier. Yeah. My wife and I would still make the same choices, and my spouse, and just starting early.
Yeah.
We own a nice portfolio of properties now, but if I would have had the knowledge I have now back then, I would have started buying property earlier. So that would be the only thing I would do. But obviously you wouldn't just do that, because if you have all the knowledge you have now, which is why we're so precious, right? Because you don't have that opportunity. You don't. You only hope to give it to somebody younger than you and they can receive it, which is what people did with us. And did we receive it? Not all the time. Sometimes we did, but it had to have been traumatic or moments where you were like really in need of receiving a message and you got it and it changed your life. But most of the time we're invincible at those ages, So yeah, man, life is beautiful like that. You don't get those redos, but you can definitely change the future. And we're still very much young, How old are you, Steven?
Yeah, I'm in my 40s, so I'll be June. I turn 40 in a couple of days. I'll be 40.
Hold on, you turn 40 in a couple of days?
Yeah, June 6th. Yeah,
that's amazing, man. So you're still young.
Yeah,
right. Think about that, right? Like
playing wise, I'm not.
Young.
Playing wise, I'm old. If I was playing sports, no. If I'm playing sports right now, I'm old.
Oh well, yeah, but you're judging yourself in a way that doesn't need to be judged because your body doesn't want to be on a field. You want to be coaching. Your mind is built for coaching now. Let the young bucks get out there and break a leg.
Yeah.
But you're going to be the person that leads them. But having that knowledge and realizing that 40 is still very young. I watched a video yesterday, Gary V. You know Gary V.
Yeah.
He was talking about the age 36, and somebody was in the
I saw that clip. Yeah,
you saw that. And so if you go into the comments of that video, there's somebody that says, "What about 40?" And he replies, "Baby." Right? You're a baby. Like, we're so young, and if you look at it like that, it's real. It's realistic because think about it. You still have 40 more years to go on average.
Yeah.
Right. So you're at that moment where you still have a lot of life. 40 years is a long time because you only really live once you turn 18 from 18 to now. Right. You were only really, really, truly was an adult for a small amount of time, like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
Right. So now if you add 20 plus years on top of your 40, you're in your 60s, which is an adult. Yeah. Well, once you're 60s, you're an adult. You're not young. Right. So we are still very young, and that's the beauty. And that's why I wanted to do this podcast because we met on Clubhouse and we played Warzone once, but we gotta play again, by the way. I gotta get back on my war. I haven't really gone on Warzone, man, because it requires a lot of my time because you gotta commit. You can't just it's not like a match. You go and have a quick match, 20 minutes, we're done. Warzone, you gotta commit, man.
You gotta commit.
I gotta find my committal time. But we're actually upgrading the kids this year to a PlayStation 5.
Wow. Okay.
I know. Been a long time. I still, believe it or not, I'm still rocking my PlayStation 4. And it's funny because the games are built for the PlayStation 5 because the storage capacity. So we're at a point where we have to erase games to get the updates for the games we.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good Christmas for the kids, but also for me because I get a chance to finally upgrade. But it's well overdue, and the kids need it. I'm saying that to say that'll give me a little bit more motivation because now I get the chance to spread my wings on the new game console. So I'm excited about it.
Cool. I'd be happy. It's coming out with 26, 27?
What's coming out?
The new console, I think.
What, for PlayStation?
I think so, yeah. Oh.
PlayStation 5 been out, man.
Well, they're talking about a new one, so we'll see.
Oh, you mean like the upgraded version?
Yeah, upgraded. Yeah.
Oh, I won't be buying that. No. We're gonna go to the PlayStation 5 that came out already. Okay. We like to keep our kids modest. I don't like them to have the very best of the very best because there's a certain level of structure. See, I grew up in the hood, man. Yeah. I grew up where I didn't have that much. I don't know what the upbringing was. Doesn't matter. Why?
For me, I had neighbors or friends that had the first thing, so it was always like I go to their house, they have it. That's what me.
Same thing with me, man. Same thing with me. I go to the friend's house. They got swimming pools. They got all the Nerf guns. They got all the action figure. I was into wrestling really heavily when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And I used to go to their house, and their mom and dad used to order the WrestleMania. And I used to be over there fighting and screaming and fighting with my mom so I could stay the night so I could watch it, But I want my kids to have a taste of that. And unfortunately, with the life my wife and I have built together, those are certain elements that they will never have that experience. But we want to keep things away so they can still kind of feel what it is without having it. So we've been working really hard to make sure that they have a humble upbringing, but still get the necessities.
Yeah, good point you're making there.
Yeah, man. Life is great, man. We only live once, my friend.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Do you have a favorite field trip you did as a kid that you went on?
As a kid, a favorite field trip? Man, a favorite field trip. You know, the moment you said that, like I heard you say the question, I immediately thought about it was a water filtration plant when I was in elementary school. It was in middle school, most likely. I think it was in middle school. It was in middle school or elementary school. It was one of those schools. It had to have been middle school because I wouldn't have really remembered elementary that much. But it was a water filtration plant field trip. And I had a girlfriend at the time. And
Good timing.
we went to the water filtration plant. And I was so caught up with like, you know, when you're in that, it had to have been middle school now that I'm thinking of it, because we were holding hands and stuff like that, because you don't really do that in elementary. And I was so caught up on the intricacies of this water filtration plant. And I still am, which is probably why I'm into real estate so heavily, because I love how things work. Like one of my favorite TV shows, and I mentioned the ones that I'm watching now. One of my favorite TV shows of all time. Okay, this is the top of the top, maybe top 5 of all time.
Yeah.
A TV show called How It's Made. You ever seen it?
No.
Okay, you should look this up, Steve. Okay. I'm telling you, write this down. It's called How It's Made. Okay. How It's Made. Okay, you can watch it if you have Disney Plus or HBO Max. I think for Disney Plus, I think it's on the Discovery add-on piece that they give you. But it's called How It's Made, and they literally take you through how everything is made, like how this wall is made, how this photo was made, how this water bottle was made, how fishing rods are made. It's the most. Oh yeah, you've seen it before, but you just never really watched it as if you wanted to watch it. Like one of those doctor office TV background, I need to hurry up and go in my appointment TV shows, you know. Yeah. But anyway, that TV show is one of my favorites, which goes back into while I was so captivated at this water filtration plant, because it shows how they deal with the waste and clean water and all of that. But anyway, favorite field trip of my memory, because of the intricacies, and the girlfriend thing reminded me of how much I loved it, because I was more caught up in trying to learn than hold hands. And at that age, you're holding hands. You're not worried about the field trip, right? You're holding hands, and that's it. You're doing what the girlfriend's telling you to do. So yeah, man, that's it, man. That is it.
Let me ask you this. We'll go back in time a bit. You're a millennial, I'm guessing. With everything with technology, ChatGPT, AI now, we think about the kids nowadays getting technology at their fingertips, you know, when they're elementary and stuff. What do you think about all that stuff with AI today?
I love it. I think it has definitely made us dumber.
Yeah.
By far, because we have so much knowledge, but we don't want to. It takes me right back to the original assume nothing, verify everything quote that I made. Yeah. It's just that everyone has a lot of information, but we don't want to seek it. We don't want to go and get it ourselves. We want it to be handed to us with a stroke of a keypad. And that's where we are now. It's so much information that you just can't help it but to summarize. And the summarization of our lives now have dumbed down the kids, because they just look at headlines without the substance. So it's good that they can get answers to questions rapidly. It's bad because they don't know what it takes to actually go and receive a message and vet out that information that you received. It's like when you read the newspaper, right? You see the headline, but then when you read the article, opinion on the headline may be different, because you read from different perspectives and you made your own analysis. But again, with the technology that we have, it's so much coming at you so fast that you have no time to blink. So it's good and bad.
What's a movie you saw recently that you liked or that was good?
Oh my God, a movie that I've saw recently and I liked it and it was good.
Be bad too.
Jeez, man. Movie. I don't watch too many movies. Oh man, the last movie I saw. Jeez, that's tough. That's really tough. Oh man, I watch a lot of reruns.
What's your favorite movie all time? You have one all time you like?
My favorite movie of all times? Yeah. That's tough. That's even more tough. Come on, Steve, you're killing me. That's tough because it's like you got to give me a genre. Give me a genre, and I can give you a movie. A horror movie? House of a Thousand Corpses, all day long. House of a Thousand Corpses, phenomenal movie.
Not Saw.
Zombie movie, right? No, Saw was made for the people, you know. But House of a Thousand Corpses were made for horror movie people, right? You know, like we're a different breed, and House of a Thousand Corpses is a great movie. Mr. Brooks, phenomenal movie. You ever seen it?
No.
You should watch it. I guarantee you will find it very enjoyable. Mr. Brooks, it's a great movie. The Devil's Rejects, another fantastic movie. Same Rob Zombie as the director and creator.
You haven't seen Sinners yet, or heard about that?
No, I haven't seen Sinners. You know what?
It's good.
I want to see Sinners, and I want to see it on an IMAX because I did a lot of listening to
the 4DX.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
Down.
It's good.
Yeah, man. I want to check it out, but I haven't had a moment to do it.
Yeah,
but I will. How about you? Did you see it?
I saw it in 4DX. It was good. Your seats are in that simulation. You're kind of like on Indiana ride, and then and then all of a sudden you hear, a stab and get water over you, and then an air goes by you with a bullet shot,
you get water on you. Hold
like spray water. Yeah, like a mist of water.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta check it out. Your kids might like it. They got like Mission Impossible. I think Jurassic Park will be in that, but check it out.
Yeah.
It's
my
good.
Son like Jurassic Park.
It's a good. I'll take it for the 4DX experience.
I feel like 4DX.
Yeah, and if you look at it, you sit in these chairs and they move, so it's like a you're in it, like when the car goes.
Look that up.
And then
look that up.
And Sinners, like there's smoke in the bottom that comes out from the steam from the train as it pulls in. So they make it very,
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
That sounds like a nice night.
Yeah, so it's definitely. I think movies are coming back now. I feel like just from seeing a couple, you're seeing crowds. They need that because pandemic put them out of business for a minute.
Yeah.
So they need to have something that's going to pick people. Oh, come here and.
I agree. I totally
remember back in the day we saw it was the thing we did. It was cool to but now you got streaming. There's so many things to watch them.
Yeah.
Like people are kind of.
We used to have a dollar movie.
Oh wow.
Near my.
I think we had those too, or maybe something like that, or it might have been. Oh, I know matinees back in the day were like half off or something, but we had.
But this was a dollar movie, man. You pay $1, you get to go in.
Wow.
And it was just, oh my God. That would be amazing to bring out a dollar movie. I mean, you gotta, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. But yeah, man, that's basically it right there.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: are you a Apple or Android guy?
Apple for sure.
Yeah. So when you see green bubbles, what comes to mind?
Who?
When you see green bubbles on a text thread.
Oh my God. You're choking me on that. Hey, I got a lot of friends who are Android people.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious on how much we feud and go back and forth. But I love it. I love it. So when I see a green bubble, it's like, oh my God, somebody's phone is not acting right. And then I got to get back to the blue. But sometimes if you're not in the right service, you can pop in a green bubble, especially if you have a Apple phone. If you haven't had good service, it'll pop into green. You're like, this person is being kidnapped or something. So, that's hilarious. How about you? You're an Android guy?
I know Apple.
Okay, good. You're right. You're right. I remember.
I kind of, dealt with them in the beginning when my dad had one, and I was like trying to help him do it. I'm like, Dad, it's getting an Apple phone. It's easier. So he was a big fan of the smartphone anyway, so he stick to the old, the flip one.
Yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It has some stuff that's, I think it's faster and pretty up to date. It's kind of like the PlayStation and Xbox. PlayStation's going to have the newer, crispier things. Xbox will be a little bit slower and behind a little bit. So they're still good.
100%, man. 100%. Well, I tell you, man, this has been a great podcast. I love the questions. I love what you're doing, man. And what made you start this anyway?
Well, I did a video back around 2016, 17, and I just want to do like a little video show because they want to do.
Okay.
It's for real estate. You want to do a video, but I was like, I don't want to just go to a certain house and just do a video of what's in it. I was like, why not just, find people that could benefit or just be in the industry or outside and just give them a little spotlight. I was in Hybrid Chamber for this one and thinking of a podcast. I'll elaborate more and listen to the guy, Mike Sherock, who was on Clubhouse. He did them, and I asked him just, hey, he said, do virtual if you can. He was just as good as in person, you're not there physically, but they can still hear you. And so in February, I just launched this and kind of, tell the questions. And here we are, episode 19 now. So yeah. And,
perfect, man.
So yeah,
perfect.
It's just
keep going.
So it's a good little thing to do. So I like it. It's my marketing and working. Yeah.
That's good, man. That's good. You got to be able to get out there, put one foot in front of the other, and go after what you really want. And the fact that you have this many people that show up and that show up for you.
Yeah.
Speak to your social currency,
Uh-huh.
and it also speaks to your value, man. So
Yeah.
I thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to come on here, answer some questions. I can't wait to see it released. When you going to put this on your social media?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Make sure you tag me, man, so I can share it for you, okay?
Yeah.
Appreciate the love, man. Any last question before we get out of here?
Yeah, you got a few more we can do?
Yeah, I got a couple more minutes.
Okay. You want to give us a business tip, success tip, share?
A business tip from real estate perspective?
It can anything.
I'm gonna summarize it and say assume nothing, verify everything. That's the best tip I can give you. Anything other than that will be just regurgitating that, because that's what it comes down to. Don't believe anything. Contracts, documentation over conversation.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Who would you want to sit down and eat with, dead or alive? You pick somebody. Who would it be?
For me? Sit down with somebody alive or dead?
Or dead, yeah.
Damn. It's a tough question. Live or dead? Man, you're getting some real depth out of this. You're gonna be pulling this out of your crates in 10 years. I say Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio is he's an economist. He's an economic guy, and he wrote a book. Actually, I got the book right behind me. It's called The Changing of World Powers, and it gives you a 500 of who has been dominant in the global economies over the last 500 years. He's still alive, by the way. So I'll sit down with him because he's like a disruptor, similar to what I am. We're people who understand the world needs both good and bad, and you have to adapt and realize which is which. So Ray Dalio.
I know you mentioned you like wrestling. Who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
Oh man,
as a kid.
Yeah. Man, you gotta put Stone Cold Steve Austin, man.
Yeah, he was your guy.
You kidding me, man? Stone Cold, man. Hell yeah, man. Stone Cold, the man. Let me give you my Mount Rushmore for wrestling, so you can get that.
All right. Okay.
So we're talking Stone Cold. Okay. We're talking Undertaker.
Yeah.
We're talking Mankind.
Wow.
We're talking The Rock, definitely The Rock. And then my last one.
So you like the Attitude Era, huh?
The Attitude Era is my jam, bro. Yeah. So I would go Undertaker. I said Undertaker already. Undertaker came, Mankind, The Rock, Stone Cold. Triple H definitely. Shawn Michaels, yeah, he's good. That's so crazy. You know what though? The Dudley Boys. Put them in there, boys. Man, they 3D'd old ladies back in the day, man. That was the next level, man. You don't get crazier than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's it, man. That's it.
Let me ask you this: if you were at your current job, what would you be doing for work? If you were in real estate, would you be doing anything?
I wasn't selling real estate. I'd be selling something. I don't know what it would be. Maybe cemetery. I'd probably be a funeral home owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably be selling caskets. My aunt is a big funeral home director here in East Coast.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing that because you can't live without dying.
Oh.
So you know what I'm saying. So that would be my thing. So
what about this? We get one more. Are you good? Or
one more, and we out here. One more.
All right. Let's. How long have you been a homeowner for? And what do you like the city you live in?
I've been a homeowner since 2016, and I love the city that I live in. Levittown is beautiful. Pennsylvania is beautiful. Yeah. It's close to all the highways. It gives me all good 4 seasons. Yeah. I get the good and the bad, high end, low end. I'm like in a mixture, and my kids get a chance to grow up with other kids without being too far away from them. So I've been a homeowner for quite a while, and I've been an investor for quite a while as well. So I love them both. Start buying property if you don't already own it. That'd be my recommendation.
You got somebody that I could nominate on the show? Be a good guest? You got somebody good guest I could nominate on the show?
I do. My guy Jerome Lewis.
All right.
I'm gonna send you his contact information. He's on our clubhouse. Come into our clubhouse room one day, man.
Yeah, 5 a.m. right? Yeah.
Huh?
5 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah. For you, it's 5 a.m.
For me.
Yeah. But get in there around like 6, right before we get out of there.
Yeah.
If you come in around like 9:30, which will be 6:30 your time.
Yeah.
Come in around like 6:30 towards the end, and you'll be able to. We're probably just getting heated up, and then you pop in and introduce you to everybody, let everybody know I did a podcast, and then I get somebody to come up and do it with you.
Okay. Cool. So
that's my gift to you, man.
Cool. All right. So. How we find you,
Oh, man, you guys can find me on Instagram, Nichols_real estate or New Agent Handbook. Just type in New Agent Handbook in your search icon, and you will be able to see this beautiful logo. Now, and all you got to do is give us a follow, or you find me, Nichols_real estate. You will see my face with a little halo around it. Find that. But I warn you, if you follow me, you might suffer from extreme motivation and disruptive abilities. So caution. Stephen, thank you so much for the opportunity, my friend. I thank you extremely for allowing me this, space to give you a little bit of personal feels. But you keep on trucking along. You keep on trucking along with this amazing podcast, and I guarantee you're going to see high heights, my friend. And thank you again for being so transparent on social media, showing your life, showing what you do, coaching, all of that stuff. We see it, and we truly appreciate you, man. And let's get some Call of Duty in before the end of the year, all right?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
From on the spot. All right. So from on the spot, we're out of here.
Got you, man. That was awesome, Stephen. Thank you so much.